Hello, hello, welcome. Today I bring you a villa in Alto Alentejo, close to Abrantes and also Ponte de Sor. And I had the opportunity to walk through this lovely villa, so I'm gonna show you this house and also the land. And it's a house that has some incredible relics inside of it. So right now is out there for sale and also the insides of the house. So this house was built in the 1932 and you can see it here. This is the entrance of the house. There's the main entrance and it's a beautiful Portuguese traditional villa here in Alentejo. You can even see the little chicken here just roaming freely and enjoying life. So location-wise of this property, we are almost like not even 7 minutes away from the city of Ponte de Sor, and that city has a lot of resources. It has schools from little kids up to 12th grade. It has a lot of clinics. It has a little posto de saúde, so it has a lot of amenities, a lot of restaurants and things to do. So that's one of the main elements here, is that you have a huge villa with lots of space that is really close from other populations. And also you're just in front of the main road that is going to take you to several locations. It's also close to Abrantes, and Abrantes is actually not Alentejo, it's Ribatejo, but in Abrantes you have a lot of resources like public hospitals and many hospitality units. If you need any kind of treatments, you will have all the resources there. And I'm just pausing here, just showing you the beautiful landscape of Alentejo. As you can see here, you can even, as you come out of the door here of the villa, you have a fantastic view there of a nest of a stork. So from time to time you'll see a beautiful stork landing there, and you have a lovely family of storks you can look at every day. So this is some of the beautiful view that you have from the very front of the house. Let me show you a little bit more about the plot here in front of the house. So this is the plot. So you have quite a big patch of land just in front of the house, of the main entrance, where you can have a small garden, plant vegetables, or just have here the entrance so you can quickly get out and go to places, because as I told you, this is pretty central. Even though is a villa that has 150 square meters of property built in, it also has around 1500 meters of plot. So it's quite a lot of space. Just zooming here on this beautiful chicken here, just living the good life. As you can see, it just has this beautiful vibe, relaxing. You get a little bit of both worlds, right? You're in a beautiful place, relaxing, and you're really close from all the amenities you need. If you have kids at school, school is just around 7 minutes from here. If you need to go to the hospital, a main hospital is 30 minutes away from here in Abrantes, or you can go to the clinics in the city of Ponte de Sor. So pretty well located in terms of amenities. And a huge plus is that you're about 2 hours from Lisbon. So imagine you need to go to the airport or you need to go to a bigger hospital, you're not that far away. So that's one of the plus of this location, I would say, is just the sheer amount of space you have and the location, that you're very close to everything. So this is, I think, like a little gazebo for summer. There's so much potential here on this front plot that you can enjoy, but what you really want to see is the inside of this house. So let me show that to you and also show you some of the relics that are in there. And those relics are as well for sale. So there's a lot of interesting things. Let's go and show you. So here I'm showing you a little bit of the back of the house. As I mentioned, this house has an implantation of 150 square meters, and the plot as a whole, it has 1500 square meters. So you have that space I showed you on the front, and you have this space I'm about to show you now here on the back. So this is the space you have here. In the back, you have a little, what I would call a little annex there. And then here you have the back of the main house. And this is all the plot you have here outside. So there's plenty of space as well here. You could do a massive garden, you can plant some fruit trees. If it's your dream to have a pool, I mean, you have plenty of space here to have pools. And the good thing of this villa is that you're not alone. I mean, you're not in just a place alone. You have community, so you have several neighbors, you have neighbors around you, which is always a benefit, right? When you're not here, they keep an eye on the house and is always an extra added security. But let's show you some interesting curiosities about this villa. So as I mentioned, this was built on 1932 and it has been it's from the original family. It's been here for, I think, 3 or 4 generations. And this family has a special love for horses. And you will notice in the house many themed items about horses. And it has a pretty interesting curiosity. So I'm just going to stop here. This is going to be the main entrance. That's the entrance for the kitchen. And this is the little annex. You could do like, I don't know, a tiny guest house separated from the main house. But one thing I wanted to show you here that is very curious is that this sign here says that in this area, or actually in this place, it was seen a sighting. Nossa Senhora de Fátima was seen on this area. And I think she was at the time, she was looking for os Três Pastorinhos. If you're familiar with the story, Nossa Senhora de Fátima, there's a city that's called Fátima that has a big church where people go to ask for things and pay back good things that happen in their lives, promises that they did to Fátima. It's a lovely piece of story in Portugal. Has a lot of mystical around it. So always, and just to give you a sense that there is a lot of story on this property. It's not just a property, but there is a lot of story. There's some mystical elements going on here. Okay, let's go in and check out some of the treasures of this house. Let's go. So I'm just coming in. This is what I would call the hall. And as you come in, you have this beautiful wooden chest. I mean, just look at these details. I guess these are lions. Just beautiful. And you can see here, as I've mentioned, some of the themed and the love of this family for the horses. It's a beautiful, I don't think it's a painting, but it's pretty good impressed in the canvas. So just on the main entrance, give you a sense of the space here. Just going to the other corner. As I've mentioned, everything that you see in the house is for sale. Here we go, some beautiful themed, some of the, as I mentioned, love for the horses and some even awards from the family. But let's keep going. So in the space, it takes you that way, you go to the bedrooms, and through this way, you go into the living room. So that's the entrance where I was, the entrance hall, and now I'm in another room that I would call it like a little, could be a little living room. Just to give you a sense, like the ceilings are pretty high, as you can see. Here with some antique furniture. And I was told that this is the family chest that is seen in several themes across the house. Beautiful tapestry. Let's just go into what I would say is one of the most beautiful rooms here, the living room. I'll start by saying that this rug was actually made by the father of the current owner. And here it is. the family chest embroidered and the love for horses. So it's a beautiful rug. This one as well was handmade by the owner's father, and it's just beautiful. But let me give you a sense of the room. So this is the room, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous room. Is a living room with the beautiful centerpiece, which is that fireplace, as you can see. It has what I would say beautiful light. And let me just show you out of the window. So out of the window, you just have this beautiful sighting where you see there it is, the stork's nest. And it's just so peaceful. Look at this beautiful blue sky from Alentejo. And here is the beautiful fireplace. The ceiling is wood. I'm just gonna go on the other corner to show you the rest. Pretty decent space, as you can see, for a living room, family room. There's a lot of space. As I've mentioned, everything that you see here is for sale by the owner. Beautiful cabinets, antique cabinets, as you can see. Just look at this one. There's definitely a lot of antiques. For the folks that love antiques, there's some hidden treasures here. Can show you some of them. Let's see. This is china from one of the most famous china producer here in Portugal, called, as you can see here, Vista Alegre. So that's by far one of the best china maker in Portugal, has an international reputation, and it's a beautiful, beautiful set. And then you just have these absolutely gorgeous relics. Like, look at this watch. Just beautiful. I feel like I'm that show, the British show, where you go finding and hunting for antiques. Wow, let me just show you this one. Look at this. All the details. Themed by horses. Just absolutely beautiful. And even this one is, I don't know if you know what this is for. This is to help you put your shoes on, if I'm not wrong. At least it does look like one of those things. Yeah, it is. Horse themed. So there is some really beautiful relics here. Just let's not go that far. I mean, even the chairs are pretty beautiful. Let's go. The chandeliers as well. Just look at it. Just absolutely gorgeous. This room is by far the most gorgeous one. More china here. I'm assuming this is probably from Macau. Just look at it here on the back, if anyone can read these. So some beautiful relics. This is definitely a beautiful one. And here, there's another cabinet just full of relics as well. Here they are, the Vista Alegre china, as I mentioned, one of the best in Portugal. But again, back to the room. This is what you have. Pretty good sized room. Lots of space, 2 windows, lots of natural light. Oh, let me show you this one too. For lovers of antique, this strikes me as a really old clock. Pretty beautiful as well. And this is an interesting take on the wine containers of back in the day, painted. So lots of good relics here. But let's keep going. So here I am in the living room, and I'm just gonna exit. That's gonna be the kitchen. I'll show you in a tiny bit, but just let's keep going across the house. So I came back to the main hall, and now this is the other room, the other door into the living room, and this is the corridor where it takes you to the bathrooms. As you can see, the ceilings are pretty high ceilings. So just in here you have 1 bedroom. As you can see, pretty good space with a built-in cabinet. Just gonna go in the corner just to show you. Pretty good space. The ceiling is wood. Let's keep going. Then you have another room here. It looks to me like a couple's bedroom, so much more spacious and with a beautiful view into the front garden. Wake up every morning. Oh man, that's precious. I don't know if you can see it. Up there. There's the neighbor. There's a stork. Up in there. Can you see it? It's just beautiful. There she is, just inspecting. So you have pretty cool neighbors here. So I'm keep going. So this is the second bedroom. It actually has 5 bedrooms in total. Let me just keep showing you the hall. Here on the side, it has a pretty good sized bathroom, as you can see. Pretty decent sized. This is another bedroom, smaller one. You can have like a single bed, but it's still spacious. You can have a desk, so it's a great family house, a family for folks that want to entertain. There is a second bathroom here, as you can see. This one is also a full bathroom. It's actually bigger than the other one, so that's always a plus. And then you have this, I don't know how to call it. This is actually the main entrance from the front. So you could use it in another way as being used here. So right now it's being used like a second living room, I guess. And then you have the stairs that take you to the attic. So there's even more space up there. This one on the side, I think it's as well a bedroom. Yeah, this one is as well as bedroom. Pretty good sized. That one there is also a bedroom. You have a salamandra in here. So going back into the entrance, as you can see, is quite spacious. Lots and lots of space and lots of potential, because obviously it's a house that has seen the passage of time and definitely needs updates, but it has a lot of potential because, first of all, it has an incredible location. You're 2 hours from Lisbon. You are half an hour from a main city of Abrantes, where you have all the amenities and you have hospitals and all those hospitality institutions. And then you are close to Ponte de Sor, like even 7 minutes, where you have schools, where you have restaurants, where you have other health services. So you're pretty well established. And you are in the location where you get out and you're in the main road and it's gonna get you everywhere. And you're not alone. So even though you have good amount of space, you're not alone. You have neighbors, you have people around you, which is always an extra element of safety. And as every house villa, there's always a kitty cat. But let's keep going. Let's go and check out the kitchen space. So I just exit the living room and the living spaces, and now I'm just getting into the kitchen area. So this kitchen is just massive. That's the entrance from the outside, as you can see. It's a massive space. Just let me go to this corner. You even have a massive space here that could double as a pantry, fridge and everything. And I'm just in one corner. And it just has the beautiful architecture of the old villas, Alentejo villas, and it has so much space. Obviously, it needs some updates, but I mean, it's full of potential and space. Just walking through to this side, you have some relic furniture here. You have something that it is pretty old, as you can see, this old fireplace that now has a salamandra to keep the house warm in the winter. Good lighting here. It's such a big space that can actually be even a living room, open kitchen concept. And here you go. You have the view of outside, the beautiful landscape of Alentejo, and your little neighbor, the stork. Haslen, these antiques here. And also these antiques, I think this is called estaño. They're very old antiques, as you can see. So there's definitely a lot of treasures here. Some of the traditional plates up there. Again, the ceiling is pretty high here. It's pretty comfortable and airy. Give you a round view again. This is an awesome space. There's like so much potential here to make a open kitchen, living room. If you want to go modern, or if you want to keep the look with wooden cabinets. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. And the thing is, it has so many windows, so you have so much natural light that when you're cooking, when you're hosting, you're just looking to the beautiful landscape outside. Let me show you here. Here you go. So now I'm just gonna exit here through the kitchen door and take you here outside. There's a little space here for the dogs as well. And that's where I was telling you, the tiny house that could be a guest house, also here on the plot. So again, this is the plot from the space you have here. Just give you a sense. Just absolutely gorgeous, lot of potential. So in addition to the main house, you actually have another house right here, which has quite a lot of space. It's a T2 with a kitchen. So let's go take a look. So here it is, traditional looking, big fireplace, and that's absolutely lovely. This is in the corner of the plot, and let's go check it out. So it has the beautiful floor, as you can see. This is what I would call the living room space, which is a decent size. As you can see, I'm in a corner and you have a lot of space. And then as you come in this corner, you have the kitchen, which is also pretty good sized. So it's absolutely lovely space if you want to make a guest house, a small Airbnb. You have a lot of space here. So here you go. This is one of the bedrooms. Has a window. Let me just go to the corner so you can see. Again, really good space here. It's a pretty big room, I would say, for this tiny house. Then you have here a full bathroom. I don't know if it has lights. Okay, it has light. It does need updating. Yeah, most definitely. It needs some renovations to get it back to its best state. This, I would say, is the master bedroom because we have plenty of space here. I'm in a corner. Then you have this, what can be an entrance, could be closet room. And on the window here, I was told that they used to have chickens here, and that's in the back, that's already the neighbor's plot. So as you can see, also really good space. And I was told that these were made by the father of the owner that was really talented doing artesanato. How do you say that in English? I'm failing to have the word, but you can see here, this is the big one, big bird. So coming out, the living room, it's also very good size. You have a little salamander in the corner. So a really good space that can be used in several ways. Thank you so much to being until the very end of this tour of this villa here in Portugal, Alentejo, Alto Alentejo actually. The awesome thing about this property is that you get out of it and you're in the main road that takes you to Ponte de Sor, and also that's going to take you to Abrantes, the two closest cities. So we are coming to the very end of this tour, and probably to the element that you really want to know, which is what is the price of this property. So the property is just behind me. So the owner is asking 175,000 euros. But I was told that she's open for negotiation. She's open if you want to take some of the things that are in the house. And if you're interested in this property, you can contact Paula Constantino, the real estate agent, and the details are in the description. Okay, so we just left the property and now we are in this beautiful road here in Alentejo, and as I've mentioned, we're just heading into the city of Ponte de Sor, which is like literally 6 minutes away. So as you've seen in this property, one of the pluses is the sheer amount of space you have, the fact that it's suburbally located. If you're a family with kids, is a fantastic location because you just have schools, you have a lot of infrastructure. If you go to Ponte de Sor, you have pools, you have stadium, you have plenty of activities for the kids. So it's a very good location. And again, you're just 2 hours away from Lisbon and you have peace and quiet. And whenever you're looking for something more exciting, you just can pick up the car and you can go to Lisbon. 2 hours away, you can go to Leiria, you can go further south. So very well located. If you have a family, as I mentioned, they have schools since kindergarten all the way to the 12th degree. So very good location. And then you have this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful view, as you can see here. Just look at this sky, blue sky. The weather here in Alentejo is extremes on both ends. On the winter, it can get a little chilly. On the summer, it gets pretty hot. But again, if you have all the conditions at home, you're pretty well set. So we're just entering Ponte de Sor. As you can see, you have a lot of supermarkets here. In the city, you have Pingo Doce, Lidl, Continente, Intermarché. And this would be the city that's close by the property that has all the amenities. So here we go, just entering. Now the city of Ponte de Sor, as you can see here, 6 minutes away from this property. There goes Continente. You can see I'm enthusiastic about this location and this property because it fits a lot of the criteria from the folks that are looking for a space that you have plenty of space if you have a family, if you want to be more on the quiet side, but still not far enough from big hospitals, from Lisbon. And also here in Ponte de Sor you have many cultural events as well. You have one that's very well known, which is with balloons. Once a year there's a congregation of hot air balloons and you can see them going up in the sky. So there's a lot of beautiful things here. As you can see, I absolutely love Alentejo. I think it's an area that's a bit neglected by many of the people that explore Portugal. You don't realize that you have an absolute gem here. So I want to keep doing some of these videos where we promote and show you a little bit more of Alentejo whenever I have that opportunity. Let me know down the comments if you like the content, if you like to see more of these kind of videos, and whenever I have the opportunity and to see properties, I'll record them and show you. So this is the cultural center here in Ponte de Sor, and right now we're just entering what you will call main square, or kind of the heart of the city.